Is there anything special with what Cliff is doing with that offense different than what Mike did?
But they were more of a drop back. Mike was more of a drop back guy and didn't really want to run the ball. I don't think a lot. Where Cliff will run the ball, and they do a lot of fly sweeps, a lot of play action where they want to get the ball in the perimeter, which he's doing with this quarterback that he can run because that's what he does. And maybe that's why he's doing it, because same thing he did with Johnny Manziel. Johnny didn't see inside because of his height, so we always got him on the you got him on the edge, and he can make people miss. And I see the same similarities, but he's a little bit more play action. You can't just zone in and say we're playing a drop back quarterback. They're just going to throw for 1,000 yards throwing vertical. They get on the edges. They make you play the full field, which makes it more difficult. You know, we play a lot of teams in the league. Oklahoma State's like that. Oklahoma's like that. West Virginia's like that. All of them have had people come through Dana. All of them had guys go through that were like that, have similarities. So it's that's why you see more speed. It's maybe smaller defenses are working toward the Big 12 because of the kind of offense you got to play.
James Dunbar is one of those guys that's kind of hopped out early in the season, showing his versatility. He had a couple of good blocks in the game against Southeastern Louisiana. Talk about him a little bit.
Oh, Dunbar, yeah. Me and Dunbar are good friends. He's a funny guy, but he works real hard, and he's a good leader. He's a good vocal leader. Everyone really, he gets us going before the games. He's the one hyping us up. But, yeah, he's a good guy. He can do it all. He's a good athlete, and he can slide around. He's big and strong. He's a good guy.
Texas Tech, their defense, talk about the front seven. What kind of challenges do they present for you guys?
They do a bunch of stuff. They do different stuff. We just got to be able to pick up everything that they throw at us. They do a bunch of different things. But, they're going to be good. They're going to have a good defense of their coaches and new coach staff, everything out there. So it'll be a stout defense. It'll be a good challenge for us to see all the things that they do.
Coach P spoke pretty highly of you as a guy that improved over the summer. What were you doing over the summer to improve your game?
Oh, man, I was just doing all the extra work, everything I've always done. I've always done extra work since I was younger and really wanted to just make myself a better athlete, better football player and everything. Just between snapping or working out extra after every day, pretty much workout and everything. Just doing that extra mile just to make myself a better football player, a better athlete.
Was it a little different after coming here as a defensive tackle to grasp onto that role as a center?
Oh, yeah, it was different. Well, in high school I played both ways, even at a 4A, but I never snapped the ball, so that was a big different thing. So that's one reason why I worked so hard to work on snapping. I just make it my second nature. And so it wasn't anything as crazy. But it was definitely a task, but so far I've grasped onto it pretty good.
How big of a challenge is it going up against an offense like this?
The tempo is pretty fast, so we prepared for it, in 2 days and these last 3 days before, so we're gonna be excited for it.
What kind of problems can Eric Ward and Marquez present to you guys as far as?
They're good receivers. Marquez pretty fast, and Eric Ward's a physical guy. I'll be manned up with him, and KY will be on Marquez, so we're gonna be ready for it.
Last year y'all didn't see Jason Verrett. He's had a pretty good year so far. Is that something y'all been watching on film?
Yeah,
too?
in practice, we pretty much had some of the big scout team guys. That way we could see a big body in practice, and so we're gonna be ready for it. He's a pretty good receiver.